filing teeth, stealing cars, not pooping for a whole month. Buckle up for some of the dumbest, weirdest, and downright dangerous trends to ever come out of TikTok. Back in 2019, a disgusting new trend reared its ugly head. People would film themselves going into grocery stores, then take a tub of ice cream out of the freezer, lick the inside, and put it back on the shelf. This was the hashtag ice cream challenge, and the most, or should I say, moist infamous case of them all happened in a Walmart in Lufkin, Texas, when a young woman did this.
Oh, you foul. Put it back. Put it back. Put it back. Put it back.
This video quickly went viral, amassing over 11 million hate-filled views. Incensed viewers called for the woman to be found and punished, dubbing her the Lufkin Licker. If caught, she could have faced charges of food tampering, earning a $10,000 fine and 20 years in prison. Bluebell Ice Cream, whose product had just been licked, assured customers that the tainted tub had been disposed of. But fearing the culprit may strike again, local police started keeping watch on the freezers in the store. Okay, these silly cops were just posing for a joke, but people's outrage was very real. Eventually, the world's wish was granted, and the Lufkin Licker was caught. Did she get served up a cool scoop of justice? Afraid not. At the time, the woman was a juvenile, so she couldn't be named or sentenced as an adult, avoiding all fines and prison times. Now, sorry guys, as for what happened to her partner in crime, the boyfriend who reported the act, all I could find was that his case was being looked at, and as an adult, he could potentially face charges. I hope he gets his just desserts. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Man, there's no way I could do what these next constipated clods did. It all began on the 1st of July 2020, when TikToker OKCron posted a video with the simple caption, "Day 1 of No Poop July." What? Why? I have so many questions. Well, OKCron kept up with the challenge for the next 30 days, posting clips that showed him getting increasingly tense and sweaty. And for anyone interested in taking on the challenge themselves, he even posted tips on how to win. Some dared challenge him. But don't worry, OKCron fans. With each new video, OKCron gained more attention, and soon thousands of people started joining the trend. Finally, August 1st rolled around, and OKCron announced that against all odds, he'd won No Poop July, but the fame and glory wasn't enough. The challenge returned the following 2 years with the hashtag No Poop July, gaining more than 130 million views on TikTok and even catching news headlines. With more people taking notice, TikTok flagged OKCron's videos, warning viewers not to participate in the challenge. So what do doctors say about all this? Unsurprisingly, not crapping for a month is very bad for gastrointestinal health. By holding it all in, you could end up with constipation, hemorrhoids, and fecal impaction. That's hard, crusty poop you can't push out. Ugh. But here's the thing. If you hadn't guessed by now, No Poop July is a joke. OKCron and his copycats weren't actually holding it in for a month. The videos are just him pulling stupid, sweaty faces for a laugh.
No Poop July, though. Did you fail? Be real.
Yeah, obviously.
Regardless, OKCron had managed to turn No Poop July into an annual event. In 2024, even released a trailer for the challenge with a bonus. He'd be raising money to donate toilet rolls, diapers, and wipes to charities, something that extended into 2025. Or at least some goods come out of it. Now, if you're thinking of trying this out for real, know that if you've got a healthy gut, it's nearly impossible to complete, never mind stupidly dangerous. The poop's going to come out, whether you want it to or not. Don't I know it? One thing's for certain, nothing's better than swigging back an ice-cold beer. But rather than pouring it down their throats, some dumbos have started pouring it down their bodies. What a waste of beer. This is beer tanning. In 2023, it became one of the latest beauty fads to trend on TikTok, with the beer tan tag racking up over 200K views. Videos encouraging folks to douse their bodies in beer while sunbathing rather than using tanning lotion or sunscreen spread across the platform like wildfire. The TikTokers responsible claim beer is better because the sugars and acids in the mix can help darken the skin and get that sun-kissed glow. However, before you jump on the sun lounger with a Budweiser, I got some bad news for you. There's not a dribble of evidence to support this. Crucially, beer doesn't contain anything to protect the skin from harmful UV radiation. So lathering yourself in the stuff before going out will only increase your risk of premature aging and skin cancer. Never mind how sticky it would be. If you want a perfect set of sparkling teeth to go with your beer-scented sunburnt skin, then look no further than the nail file. Looking to cut down on dentist costs, TikTokers have taken to filing down their teeth to smooth, uneven edges or reshape them for a more uniform, flat look. The problem? This can irreversibly remove enamel, the layer of minerals that covers your teeth, protecting them from decay and helping you break down food. So if you go ahead and file it away, you're not only exposing the tooth's sensitive inner layers, you're increasing your risk of tooth decay and cavities. Your dentist wouldn't do it for you? No, shoot. Some have even gone as far as to get a drill, like the kind you use to bore through walls, to cut their teeth into shape. Do not do this at home. It can expose nerves and blood vessels inside your teeth, leading to anything from severe toothache and root canal treatment to full-on tooth removal. Plus, when drilling happens at a dentist's, they spray your teeth with water first to stop heat damage, which I haven't seen anyone do here. And then there's those that want their teeth to have that Hollywood sparkle. TikTokers have used everything from charcoal, baking soda, and even hydrogen peroxide, a type of household cleaner, to whiten their teeth. Now, while these substances may temporarily remove discoloration, over time, they can wear away that precious enamel, leading to tooth sensitivity, and decay. Ouch. High doses of hydrogen peroxide is poisonous because, well, it's a household cleaner. It can seep into perforations in your teeth, potentially inflaming or damaging the nerves and blood vessels, and over time, this can result in permanently damaged teeth, gums, and even total nerve death. Yikes. Worried about the gap in your teeth, but not keen of the trauma of braces? Well, look no further than rubber bands. Known as Gap bands, this cringe-inducing TikTok trend saw people looping a tiny band around their gappy teeth to force them closer together. Now sure, the pressure from the bands shift the teeth, but it does it far too fast and can wreak havoc. The bands can slip under the gum line, irritate roots, destroy bone and soft tissue, and lead to tooth loss. Even if you do close the gap between two teeth, you might end up just making two new gaps on either side.
Well, that was pointless.
If you want to fill that great big gap in your teeth that you've caused by trying out all these TikTok dentist hacks, here's another TikTok dentist hack. This time, it's plastic beads. People heat up these moldable beads in water or the microwave, squish them together, and jam them into their tooth cavities to fill the gap for a flawless smile. Kinda. The science behind filling cavities is way more complicated than I can explain here, but trust me, this is not a real solution. Basically, sliding one of these into your teeth is like sticking wallpaper over a pothole. It might look a bit nicer, but the cavity's just going to keep growing underneath. Now, we've all seen clips of those fools online challenging themselves to eat the hottest chilies in the world. So, snack manufacturer Pocky took this to a new and even more dangerous level. In 2021, they created a tortilla chip made with two of the world's hottest peppers, the Carolina Reaper and the Naga Viper. For context, they're 2,200,000 and 1,349,000 Scovilles, respectively. Together, over 300 times hotter than a jalapeno. Whoever was brave, or dumb enough to take part, filmed themselves trying to withstand the burn of the chip for as long as possible. And the trend spread like chili fire. It was all fun until 14-year-old Harris Wollaba had a cardiac arrest after attempting the challenge and tragically passed away. Unbeknownst to Wollaba and his family, he had a congenital heart defect, making it larger than average. During his autopsy, they concluded he died from eating food with a high capsaicin concentration, the chemical that gives peppers their heat, and is so repellent that it's used in bear spray. The news sparked outrage, and Wollaba's parents filed a lawsuit against Paqui and its parent company, Hershey, accusing them of marketing dangerous food to kids and fueling the one-chip challenge through social media. Despite only being made for adults, children could easily go out and buy the things unchallenged. Since then, the chip has been permanently pulled from the shelves. Until about 40,000 years ago, our ancient ancestors walked everywhere barefoot. Well, some TikTokers weren't happy with the switch to footwear, giving rise to the Barefoot Challenge, where netizens posted videos of themselves tramping around with naked tootsies in public. Some have even gone as far as slicing the soles of their shoes to dodge no barefoot rules in certain places. However, barefoot walking isn't all a walk in the park. Strolling through streets could leave you prone to glass, dirt, debris, and wart-inducing infections. Ugh. Just look at the state of this commuter's foot after he ditched the shoes and tried walking around London's underground. Cool blimey, governor. If this wasn't bad enough for your feet, TikTokers also went through a phase of deliberately dropping stuff on them. In the imaginatively named #DroppingThingsOnMyFoot challenge, folks rate the pain from 1 to 10 with the objects increasing in size, weight, and therefore pain.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
You probably don't need me to tell you that this is a terrible idea. Despite that, people can't seem to get enough of injuring themselves for a chance to go viral. In 2025, 40-year-old mom Claire Cave, who really should have known better, dropped a suitcase on her foot and ended up with a broken metatarsal bone. What are you like, Claire? We all want to feel good in our own bodies, and with 2021 came TikTok's Silhouette Challenge, where people of all shapes and sizes would pose in a doorframe wearing either tight clothing or none at all.
Nope.
Their figures hidden in silhouette under a red filter, inspired by Doja Cat's Streets. The videos start with Paul Anka's "Put Your Head on My Shoulder" before mashing into Doja's song. As the music switches, the participant strips down, reveling in the silhouette. It was part of the body positive movement, a way to celebrate form and sensuality. And once more, I'm not dunking on the participants. Sadly though, the world is a terrible place. Creepy viewers would use software to change the contrast and color, reducing the silhouette effect and exposing the person's body without their consent. Don't worry, this image was just made with AI, so you know what I mean. Tutorials even began to circulate teaching creeps how to remove the filters. And these pervs were rightfully condemned, and warnings flooded social media about the risks of taking part in the challenge. A subreddit for removing filters was banned, along with the suspension of at least 2 X accounts that were editing videos on request. So once again, the internet's role was reduced to a harbinger of mankind's depravity. It was January 2021 in Louisiana, and Tessica Brown just wanted to gel down her hair. But she'd run out of hairspray, so she improvised, grabbing the next best thing and spraying it on her head. Only the next best thing was Gorilla Glue, and it worked too well. The glue hardened, and Brown realized she had inadvertently made a helmet on her head. Panicking, she took her plight to TikTok.
Well, I didn't have any more Got to Be glue spray, so I used this. Gorilla Glue spray. Bad idea. Y'all, look. My hair, it don't move. You hear what I'm telling you? It don't move. I've washed my hair 15 times, and it don't move.
At the time of making this video, Brown's has racked up over 57 million views. Comments were filled with both sympathy and ridicule, and she was dubbed Gorilla Glue Girl. Every year, her ponytail seemed to get tighter. She tried going to the hospital, but all the staff could offer was acetone to remove the glue, something that would take hours to apply. Then a few days later, she received a call from a stranger in Beverly Hills who'd heard about her plight. He was a cosmetic surgeon called Dr. Michael Obeng, and not only offered to remove her hair, but would do it for free, something that would usually cost $12,500. What a guy. On February 11th, Brown finally had the glue removed from her scalp. To get it out, Obeng used a mixture of adhesive remover, acetone, aloe vera, and olive oil, and even practiced on a dummy with human hair beforehand. The pain had gone, and Brown could finally rest, relieved the ordeal was over. She claims to have never chased clout, but her viral fame has led to her starting to sell t-shirts, hair care products, and even make a film?
Oh my God, did you really put glue in your hair?
Well, looks like a must-watch. But okay, Brown put some glue on her head, we all make some mistakes, right? Well, what's most bizarre is that imitators started turning it into a trend on TikTok. Now that is idiotic. One man from Louisiana thought Brown was lying and decided to test it out by gluing a plastic cup to his lip, resulting in a trip to A&E and that eternally humiliating photo. He also got arrested for filming himself licking ice cream, so, don't feel too bad for him. TikToker Avani Reyes claimed to have also accidentally squirted Gorilla Glue into her hair, though she denied trying to replicate Brown's fame. Right. I'm a man, so I'm too entitled to bother getting a wax, but I hear it's painful. Over on TikTok, waxing is all the rage, especially on faces. Renaz Ismail, a barber in the Netherlands, runs the page Kapsalon Freedom Box Mirror. Catchy name. And it makes a whole business from pouring hot wax onto customers' heads, including the sides of their nose and ears. The wax hardens, and he strips it off their shiny red faces. Ismail says face waxing is common back in his birthplace of the Middle East, and does no damage to the skin, but he's the first person to try doing everything at once. And I can't lie, it looks horrific. Why has this guy got a freaking ball stuck to his noggin? In reality, waxing the delicate skin on the insides of the nose and ears is a big no-no, and I shouldn't have to tell you that slathering people's mouths and noses in wax puts them at risk of suffocation. Wax can harden in airways and have to be surgically removed. What's more, ripping it off can damage skin and even cause a condition called folliculitis, where you can end up with itchy, pus-filled pimples all over you. Ugh. Kapsalon Freedom Boxer Mirror's got over 5 million followers, and his most popular videos hit over 150 million views. And considering his very first post shows him smashing eggs on someone's head, what does he do when someone just comes in for a haircut? I mean, just look at this guy. He's clearly enjoying his job a little too much. You know when cartoon characters eat corn on the cob like this? Yeah, I wish we could do that in real life. Well, the internet has the solution, the Corn Drill Challenge. The challenger fixes a cob on the end of a power drill before spinning it across their teeth and trying to eat it as quickly as possible. Now, unfortunately, things can go, awry. This trend actually dates back to 2012, before TikTok was a thing, but over the years it's grown in popularity. Not that that makes it any better of an idea. In 2016, a woman in China lost teeth and had a chunk of hair ripped from her head in a corn drill challenge gone wrong. Man. Now, everyone and their mom is in on it. Even Jason Derulo. That's fake though, so don't worry, JD's teeth are fine. I love munching cereal, and I love my wife. If only I could somehow combine the two. Oh, I know! We'll do the cereal challenge. It goes like this. One person lies down, another person pours cereal and milk into their mouth, and then they take a spoon and eat the cereal straight out of the first person's mouth like it's a bowl. Ho ho! I can't wait to tell Mrs. BMA's my plan. Hey! Sweetheart! What do you mean you don't want to take part in the cereal challenge? There's a choking hazard. Wait, where are you going, my little change? No, please don't leave me again. Oh man, nothing makes me salivate like the sight of a laundry pod. They're squishy, colorful, smell nice, but as delicious as they look, you must not eat them. Unfortunately, in 2018, insatiable teens began daring each other to do just that. Videos of people cooking them up and biting into them started appearing, which is plonker behavior. Eating these could get you hospitalized with breathing problems, vomiting, loss of consciousness, and in some extreme cases, death. In the first 15 days of 2018, 39 teens contacted poison control centers to report issues of intentional poisoning, 91% of whom had munched the pods. To stamp the trend out, YouTube's taken down any videos that mods can find. Let's just hope that those responsible have cleaned up their act. Oh no, I've broken my favorite porcelain effigy of Mr. Beast. Good thing I've got some super glue, but one place you definitely shouldn't apply the sticky stuff is your body. Unless you listen to TikTok, where people have started pasting it on their Cupid's bow and sticking it into their upper lip to give them that Kylie Jenner trout pout. But it gets worse. Some TikTokers have even taken to using super glue to fit vampire teeth into place for Halloween. Yeah, the only issue is getting them out. Plus, super glue is poisonous and all that. Man, I love the cha-cha slide, but I hate what some TikTokers are doing to this incredible bop. The Cha-Cha Slide Challenge is a stupid trend where people drive recklessly to the beat of DJ Casper's anthem. Each time the slide man belts out a lyric like, "Slide to the left," the driver makes a corresponding swerve on the steering wheel, often veering into the oncoming traffic lane, and things get really chaotic when Casper shouts, "Crisscross!" Here, motorists swerve frantically in both directions, oblivious to other drivers. The trend seemed to simmer away in 2023 after the sad passing of DJ Casper himself. Even so, was this what Slide Man would have wanted his legacy to be? I don't think so. By now, it's pretty well established that TikTok is full of absurd trends. But one that takes the absolute cake was released on the 18th of April, 2020 by Liam Wire.
Pee your pants challenge.
Wetting yourself is just what someone called Liam would do. But before you start hurling abuse, know that he actually posted this to poke fun at dumb TikTok trends. And whether he actually peed himself or not, I don't know. But that didn't stop the original post from gaining over 4 million views through or from hashtag Pee Your Pants Challenge trending, with people participating in the challenge in earnest. Unsurprisingly, most of these videos have been taken down, but some parodies still exist.
Pee your pants challenge.
I like that one. And while Liam is a filmmaker stroke comedian, the others who took part in the challenge probably aren't. Since some prospective employers check candidates' social media, it's probably best that they don't come across you wetting yourself. I hope you're ready for... People have gone mad for this stuff. It first started in July 2021 when Dave Ramirez tried freezing a bottle of honey and squeezing the resulting gloop into his mouth.
Yo, that took way longer than I thought. Not gonna lie, that was pretty refreshing. Too sweet for me, though.
Soon, others followed, inspired by the tasty-looking sludge. And over the course of the year, the videos gained some 900 million views in total. But I know what you're thinking. What could possibly be bad about chomping on cold, viscous honey? Well, it's all that sugar. Health experts have warned that as well as being bad for the teeth, eating that much honey in one go is gonna have you sat cradling your stomach on the toilet in no time. I don't know, though. Could be worth it. You ever watch that Netflix movie Bird Box? Sandra Bullock has to wear a blindfold or she dies, yada yada. It wasn't exactly a hit with critics, but it nevertheless had a strange afterlife on TikTok, inspiring the Bird Box Challenge in 2019. People filmed themselves completing everyday tasks blindfolded, sometimes for as long as 24 hours. Obviously, this isn't the safest thing to do. Some, like Jake Paul, even filmed themselves wandering onto a busy street and driving a car. Jake Paul doing something stupid? Perish the thought. One Utah teen followed suit, and this happened. Miraculously, no one was injured, but jeepers. The trend took on so many reckless followers that Netflix had to issue a warning. Wanting to avoid injury, one ingenious girl from North Dakota found a way to protect herself. I wish more adults were as smart as her. Aside from people hurting themselves, the challenge was criticized for portraying blindness in a negative light. After being blindfolded for a short time, studies have shown that participants often went away thinking the condition is more debilitating than it truly is, and underestimating the adaptiveness of blind people. I mean, Ray Charles did all right for himself. On St. Patrick's Day in Dearborn, Michigan, back in 2022, this guy was filmed by his friend firing an airsoft gun out of his car at pedestrians. This was part of the Orbeez challenge, where TikTokers shoot Orbeez, soft gel balls, at other people, whether they give consent or not. And while they're small and squishy to the touch when traveling at high speed, Orbeez can break the skin, leave bruises, and if you get hit in the wrong place, cause permanent damage. Amidst this reckless behavior, teens have faced criminal charges for battery. In Peachtree, Georgia, a group was charged with child abuse for shooting at this boy as he rode his bike. What a bunch of butts. Also, waving fake guns around causes real panic. In the Bronx, an 18-year-old lost his life after being fired at by an officer who apparently mistook his gel gun for the real deal. This just keeps getting worse and worse. From 2011 to 2021, Kia and Hyundai released cars in the US with one big mistake. They didn't have immobilizers, the things that stop them from starting without the correct key. In other words, all it took was a screwdriver and a USB cord, and thieves could hotwire the faulty cars in seconds. And they did.
This ain't no joke. These people really tried to break into my car, and clearly they wasn't successful. But if you got a Kia or a Honda, watch your car.
To nab one became known as the Kia Challenge, and its perpetrators, the Kia Boys. Videos of these stolen joyrides flooded social media, especially TikTok, with teens filming themselves smashing them up and then abandoning them for police to find. As the dangerous trend grew, so did the reports of thefts, dangerous driving, injuries, and even fatalities. After bailing a stolen Kia, 16-year-old Nicholas Woody II drowned in a Lakewood swamp while fleeing from police. That's awful. In 2022, YouTuber Tommy G covered the case, showing teens in Milwaukee like Markel Hughes here stealing cars. Unsurprisingly, this dumb youth's appearance in the documentary led to him being tracked down and sentenced to a year in prison. Now, maybe he learned his lesson at least? Nope. In 2023, just 2 months after getting out, he was caught stealing another Kia and sentenced to 1 more year. What a reprobate. TikTok removed whatever Kia Challenge videos it could, but despite efforts by Kia and Hyundai to fix the issue with software updates and steering wheel locks, the damage had been done. Oh, for shame. Math, homework, bullies. I hated school, but I never hated it enough to start stealing from there. And that's what the Devious Lick Challenge is all about. In 2021, as pent-up kids went back to classrooms after the COVID lockdown, the trend challenged them to record themselves stealing or vandalizing school property. Yeah, it really was that stupid. A lick is slang for a successful theft, and students nabbed everything from their teachers' hats and confiscated phones to fire extinguishers, causing thousands of dollars in damage. Schools took urgent measures, from having teachers guard bathrooms to this.
You do not have the resources to call each of your parents and tell them what you're doing. So, from now on, we will be removing the doors from the hinges on the bathrooms. Girls and boys, this is completely unacceptable, and this is the only recourse we have.
In September 2021, at least 13 students across the U.S. faced criminal charges for their involvement in the challenge. In response to devious licks, more wholesome TikTokers launched a reverse trend called Angelic Yields, where participants returned stolen items to their schools, including everything from toiletries to cash. No. Ooh, I love chugging gallons of luscious liquid. But some menaces have taken to filming themselves throwing jugs of it down grocery store aisles before falling over and wallowing in their disgusting puddle. The trend started back in 2013 on the Chazy channel, and since then, TikTokers have adopted it for their own. Aside from making a big, pointless mess, falling onto cold, hard ground can, shocker, hurt. Now, here's something to spark concern. The Penny Outlet Challenge. The TikToker partially plugs a phone charger into an electrical outlet, takes a penny, and then drops it between the prongs, creating a short circuit.
Because I ain't doing that.
My faith in future generations diminishes every day. In 2022, Massachusetts authorities sounded the alarm after attempts at the challenge caused 3 incidents, 2 in schools. In the end, 2 15-year-old students were charged with attempted arson and malicious damage to property.
With sexy results.
Fire officials have come down hard on these clowns. Short-circuiting can result in burns, eye damage from the flash, and of course, electrocution. Plus, the wrecked outlet can burst into flames, setting fire to anything nearby, including you.
With sexy results.
A fire can even simmer behind the wall, unnoticed, for hours. It's not just brain-dead TikTokers that are spreading the challenge, though. One 10-year-old girl was recommended it by their Amazon Alexa. Thankfully, her mom was with her and promptly told Alexa to shut up. Amazon now claim that they've patched the issue, but mine was encouraging me to do a face reveal the other day, so I'm not sure it really worked. I'm done with TikTok. From now on, it's back to good old reliable Bebo. What did you think the dumbest trend was? Ever participated in any yourself? And thanks for watching. Peace.